When is it that we could honestly, as Jet fans, been able to take a look at this team and say, holy cow, it's going to be really difficult for guys to make the team. Like our 53-man roster is going to be a solid 53-man roster.
It certainly is, and it's going to be solid in a few different positions, which kind of speaks to how it is that I think that we're turning the corner. Because obviously we've talked about the criminally neglected offensive line. We talked about the lack of depth and skill position players. We've talked about quite a few different things over the course of these past few years and few seasons. But right now, and again, we're still not done. Right? We're still not done adding pieces. We're still not done putting quality players in positions of really historical kind of famine here. We're still not done, but it's still going to be hard to make this roster. I'll speak to this. I remember a few years ago we were talking about how Mike McCagnon was bringing in guys, and we were saying that guys that didn't make our team or that might have been able to sneak onto the practice squad were going to be bait for other teams to come and snatch him up, and it didn't play out that way, right? Unfortunately, it just didn't play out that way. At this point in time, I feel much more confident with the fact that the talent that we have is a cut above what it is that we've seen. And I'll just wrap this up pretty quick because I want to get Jim in on this because that his opinions obviously are some that I respect greatly. But the fact of the matter is that right now it's really kind of getting hard for me to maintain tempered expectations just because I really feel so positive about where it is that we are. I don't know, Jim. What do you think? Am I off base here, or I mean, what do you think?
No, not at all. And I'll never apologize to any of these disheartened Jets fans when I'm going to be excited about my team in the offseason. Because the fact of the matter is, do we get disappointed almost every year? Yeah, we do. But why the hell do you want to stay in that perpetual misery through the offseason as well? Why don't you want to have a little bit of levity in your life? We're doing some great things here, boys. We're doing some great things here. I won't ever say that my team will win less than 10 games every single year. I don't care. I don't care if the coach that shall not be named is coaching. I'm still saying we are going to win 10-plus games every single year because that's who I am, and I won't apologize for that. The fact of the matter is this year, even with my optimism every year, this year feels different. It feels different to me. And I've said it feels different before, but then, you get closer to the season and then you see some of the OTAs and you see some, you watch more than the highlight reels and you're like, oh, that's who we are. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, the New York Jets, according to, I can't remember if it was PFF or Bleacher Report, they said that we are the third most improved team in the NFL this year overall. Bleacher Report says we have the number one improved wide receiver room this year. Yeah. You can't complain about the depth that we have on our front seven. That's absolutely insane. I've grown on I keep forgetting his name. Who was our last pick at 206, 207?
Oh, Campbell?
No. Was it? I don't know. The defensive tackle.
Yeah. I thought
the last draft pick. Anyway, the last draft pick we had, the defensive tackle, I'm blanking on his name, so I apologize. I've grown to be okay with that pick. I've grown to be okay with it. Tristan Hodge, offensive lineman out of BYU. He was the best center prospect coming out of high school. He was scholarship to Notre Dame, but they kept him on the practice squad, so he transferred. Like, this is a kid to get excited about. That's a kid that's probably going to go after the right guard spot out of camp and out of preseason. An undrafted free agent could potentially take the starting right guard role.
Yep.
Like, that's not something that you have that you can shake. You can't cringe at that type of stuff. Our defense is probably, with how this draft went, our defense is likely the fastest defense in the NFL.